You should be hyped for Coromon. Yes, today we are going to be discussing Coromon, a highly regarded game for good reason. Within this video, I'm going to give a varied breakdown of what Coromon is, some of its best features, and why you should be hyped. Alright, so Coromon is a Pokemon-like monster taming RPG with a story-driven focus with an emphasis on quality, whether it be its amazing pixel art, its beautifully designed monsters, or its very fun and intuitive puzzles. Coromon doesn't just follow the Pokemon-esque formula, its dungeons have interesting gimmicks, with one of my favorites so far being the inside of the pyramid, where you actually have to dodge incoming arrows and other traps. This adds another layer of enjoyment to the game as it gives you a real sense of danger, especially since other RPGs tend to have the player simply walk around and any real harm is actually subjugated for the inside of battle sequences. This game actually makes use of the player character themselves as well. Coromon further establishes itself by having a very unique and rewarding shiny system by which it takes the concept of different palette swaps and combines them with a more streamlined version of an IV and EV system from Pokemon. Coromon can come in 3 different variants, being standard, which are those who have lower potential, potent, which are those with higher potential, and perfect, those who have max potential. The potential system itself runs on a weighted calculation between 1 and 21, where if your Coromon has 21, it's perfect. This adds far more value to the quote-unquote shiny variants, as they're objectively superior to their non-shiny counterparts, as opposed to other games where you can catch a shiny or similarly themed monster and it have horrific and useless stats. So as stated, as opposed to the typical IV system present in a game like Pokemon, it's just one number you have to worry about as opposed to natures, 6 stats, etc. The way they've implemented effort values are a lot better in my opinion as well, as instead of having different monsters give you different yields, for example, taking out a Froakie would give you a speed EV, Coromon instead has 2 separate XP bars, if you would. One accounts for level ups, while the other is responsible for potential growth. Every time you gain potential, you have an option of allocating these extra stats accordingly to the exact spot you want. You can even save them for later if you're unsure how to build that specific Coromon. The story of the game is also intriguing in its own right, as it's been taking some very interesting liberties when it comes to exactly how it's progressing. You play as a trainer added to the Titan task force, where it's your job to extract some essence from these powerful Coromon known as Titans in the Vuela region. These Titans act as boss fights where each has its own gimmick, and you must figure out how to work around it by building your team accordingly. Mashing your most powerful move won't always work, and you'll have to manage your stamina and various healing items should you want to be victorious. On top of all of this, the game has 4 standard difficulty options ranging from easy to insane, with insane basically being the hardcore Nuzlocke option, only allowing for you to catch 1 Coromon per area and disallowing you to run away from any wild encounters. The game also has a custom difficulty mode, which allows for a tremendous amount of gameplay options and variations, such as allowing the player to steal other trainers' Coromons, randomization for all wild and trainer battles, and more. Some of these features may sound familiar, and that's because Coromon, much like another amazing franchise that we cover regularly being Nexomon, both have story-driven focuses and a custom difficulty setting allowing for truly catered experiences. If you came to this channel as a fan of Nexomon, I highly recommend checking out Coromon as well, because it's right up your alley. Now let's take a second to appreciate some of these monsters' design. You've got the coolest looking wolf boy in any monster taming game. I mean, look at the perfect variant, it's absolutely sexy. You've got a Frosty the motherfucking snowman, and let's not forget the Chad of Coromon being Megalobite, the thickest of them all. Even Megalobite's design history is a good indication of what kind of devs we're dealing with here. A lot of fans did not like the original Megalobite design, so what did the devs do in this situation? They put his ass on a diet of nothing but steak and iron, and this was the result. Coromon is also confirmed to be getting more than the originally planned 118 monsters and PvP, in part thanks to the publishers over at Freedom Games. I could literally go on all day about how excited I am for this game, and I hope that this video got you pumped up as well. The game is planned for the first quarter in 2022, and I absolutely can't wait for the day that the full version is in fact launched. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel where you can stay up to date on all things monster taming. You could also check out my Discord and Twitter for even more monster taming content. Special thanks to my patrons, especially StealCase, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.